What's going on, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to another episode StarChasers, Girls Talk Ball. As you know, girl Cravin in the building. As always, I got my sister in the building. What's up, sis?
What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up, chat? I hope everybody can hear us clearly. What's up, Nisi? Yes, Nisi. Let's give me some. I got some celebration music. I'm just giving myself some claps for reaching 300 subscribers. Very, very glad. Very glad. Y'all saying I'm echoing? No way I'm echoing.
Yes. Echo on my. We were trying to stuff work on here.
Oh, is it me echoing or
might be.
Or Michi? They saying Mickey's echoing.
Yeah, let me check.
Damn it, guys! This is why we started late. We was literally back. What's it called? Backstage, trying to get this mic stuff down. This stuff is so difficult. Why is it so hard? You know what I'm saying? Thank you, James. I appreciate that. Yeah, I really appreciate everybody who subscribed. Y'all definitely really blessed me, because I think I was at $2.99 last Wednesday, and then things just took off, and now I'm almost at 400. So again, just great things. And I'll say this:
I love all my friends.
Love all you guys. You guys are great, and I really appreciate y'all for real.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yes, I'm like over there. I don't know. It definitely was not that big. Trying to get a little straight.
Yep, I don't know, but we just. What's up, DC for Life? What's up, Tyrone Church? Keystone, I got Keystone. What's up? Glad to see y'all. Gonna have to work with us through the mic. Last week it was my mic that was not good. This week it's Mickey mic, but it's okay. We're gonna keep pushing through. And Mickey, if you gotta go out and come back in, that's fine. And I'll just get in, just basically freestyle, get into the content or whatever.
Yeah. Let me know, guys. Right to go out. Right to go back. Please let me know. But like Star, and I mean, I checked some things. Like, I knew before we hit that game. Your like 370.
Yeah, it went up. It went up quickly. I think I put out that Mozzie video, and I don't know, the Mozzie video just went kind of viral, and I was so glad because I'm like, I'll put out this video, and then Mozzie ends up having the best game of his career versus the New York Giants. So just really happy about that. But
yeah, and I mean, your break really just point their deal. I saw your that's Rico. I'm you guys see that. I mean, you guys are one game and personnel and then just the way you bring things. I mean, even me, like I always believe there. I've been here. Time he's put in, and even free. He still has this. Yep. One of our we go out to like not so. You know, even was been kind of for speak, but also on the same the play caller, right?
right,
Groove.
exactly, yeah.
It was dropped. Yeah. I got you. I'm gonna go back.
But it's okay. Yeah. So yeah, guys, if y'all haven't checked it out, I did do a breakdown. I did 2 breakdowns. I released a breakdown on y'all can't see. Let me see. I can't remove that, but let me see. Can I get in there? No, it's not gonna work. It's okay. Y'all gonna have to look at me weirdly until Mickey comes back. But anyways, I did 2 breakdowns, so y'all can check it out on my YouTube channel where I did a breakdown on a comparison of Zeke versus Rico and how I feel like we're not using the backs correctly. I mean, we're honestly not using Zeke much at all, which I don't know what the hell that is about because we primarily run, inside zone, duo, power, run block schemes. Basically runs up the middle between the tackles. And if you're going to run that, then you have the running back to do those types of runs. I think, right now, I don't know what it is, and I don't think it's the front office because we literally signed back Rico for like $3 million. So, and when you look at cap hit, Zeke has a bigger cap hit than Rico. So I think it's more so the coaches trying to force Rico, just like they did last year. But see, last year with Tony Pollard, I could understand them trying to force him into the role that he was in because, I mean, we really didn't have any other choice. But when you have Zeke on the roster, there's no reason to be forcing Rico to run between the tackles, right? And so the breakdown goes through, how Rico struggled with vision and stuff like that. And then it also shows like what he is good at. And that is outside the tackles, stretch zone plays, toss plays, sweep plays, pitch plays, screen plays. Those are where Rico thrives. And I really show y'all like those detailed plays of the all 22. So y'all check that out, and then also check out my other video I did today of Big Mike McCarthy. Y'all can check that out. I ain't gonna really spoil it or whatever, but I think that was probably one of my best breakdowns that I've done so far. So y'all definitely check that out. But anyway, I should have told my sister to take this the overlay off because y'all can't see me, and if I move out of the camera frame, then y'all ain't gonna be able to see me with my mic. Okay, I'm gonna just do it like this until she comes back. Actually, maybe I should do it like this. Yeah, we'll just no. I hate that. Sorry, y'all. This is looking like the ghetto right now, but it's all right. We're gonna make it work. But anyway, so as y'all know, we kind of wanted to jump into the content and talk about these injuries. Oh, there she goes. She's back, I think. But we wanted to talk about these injuries that have been, kind of mounting up. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, we found out today that Brandon Cooks will be out for, they said, either 1 to 4 weeks. They said it depends on how... basically how bad the infection is. Because basically what happened is he had a knee injury. He had surgery over the offseason. And then he got some recent knee injections. I think that's what he said. And what they said, and then it got an infection. So he's out for 1 to 4 weeks. And then of course we know D-Law got put on IR. So we're likely, and this is they're calling it a mid-foot sprain or a Liz Frank injury, right? And so y'all know a Liz Frank injury is the same injury that J. Lou had. Now it's not as bad because they said D-Law didn't break any bones, so that's why it's not season ending, and he's just gonna go on IR. So he's likely gonna be on IR. Probably I would not expect to see D-Law back probably till November, to be quite honest. November, December, probably when we'll see D-Law again. Micah, I think we'll see Micah back in about 2 to 3 weeks. And so that's another reason, because a lot of people were upset. That we didn't really go out and trade for a big pass rusher. And I'm like, well, I think a big part of the reason of that as well is, one, you already drafted your D-Law replacement. And that's your second round pick in Marshawn Neely. So do you really need to go and replace him when you have Marshawn Neely, and then you also already have Carl Lawson, right? So Carl Lawson is probably a grade higher than any of the guys that are currently on the streets. So, and then if you know you're going to get Micah back in about 2 to 3, maybe 3 to 4 weeks, right? Maybe Micah misses all of October, but he'll be back early November. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you can weather that storm for sure. You know what I'm saying? And remember, in these upcoming weeks, we play Pittsburgh, then we play the Lions, and then we have a bye week, and then we play the 49ers. So,
to be kidding me.
I would expect to see Micah back. I would expect to see Micah back for the 49ers game. Fingers crossed. But, you know, as is my sis, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm trying to come in. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you for sure. Okay, there you go. You're back. Okay, and then you can reverse it back. Okay. Sweet.
It sounds like the echo there. I hope you guys can work with this. Honestly, I'm trying to work this
your audio sound better. So if it's echoing, guys, like, just bear with us. It's okay. As long as y'all can hear what she's saying. And Sports Junkie, you said, I want to see the video. What's my YouTube channel? It's Stargazer Sports. Stargazer Sports is my YouTube channel, so y'all can go check out my breakdowns. But since I was just talking about the injuries and basically just like expectations of when these guys were getting back, I said D-Law probably won't be back till November, December, and Micah likely won't be back till after the bye week. I think Micah should be back for the 49ers game. If everything stays on track, he should be back by then. So we just have to weather the storm, you know what I'm saying? And I know, people are like, let's go out there and let's get another pass rusher, but you already have brought in depth, right? You already had depth when you brought in a Carl Lawson, and then you have depth, like I said, because you have your second round pick in Marshawn Neely. So the chances of us going out and trading for a pass rusher that's Micah and D-Law's caliber, that was not going to happen, guys. I'm sorry. That just wasn't going to happen. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, and kind of on the same side. I mean, I know the news about Amari Cooper, and even throwing us Justin Hyatt. I mean, not even the same. I mean, like you understand. We have a contract. Alex last year on his deal. Fine. So, and they have draft flower noise. Really, I mean, excited about it. Even in my heart of hearts, football. I would love to see like that. Go after names. Even have like just be able to get somebody like that. But the Cowboys.
Yeah, and you know what I think is, now me personally, this is just me. I did not want Amari Cooper. Y'all ain't seen me say bring back Cooper. I did not want to bring back Cooper. If y'all look at how Cooper is playing, he's all but done. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell
Raiders
physically, like physically.
make mistakes.
Yeah,
That was a bad game.
You have to physically look at him. He doesn't look right. Like that same explosive Amari Cooper, you know, like the elite route running, the quick out of his brakes, so scared, like that guy is done. So I know people have said he's turned into a possession wide receiver, and I'm like, listen, why? I'm not gonna stunt the growth of Jalen Tolbert and Ryan Flournoy for Amari Cooper. Now, if you wanted to bring in Devontae Adams, I would be for that, simply because I don't think Devontae has really lost a step like that. And I just think it would overall be good. Like, Devontae Adams is like one of CD's idols, so he's always wanted to play with him. Then you have the connection to Mike McCarthy. So I wouldn't really be mad about bringing in Devontae Adams. But, of course, y'all know the Raiders' asking price is second, third, fourth, fifth, you know, a bunch of picks. And it's like, yeah, in Madden, I would trade for him. In real life, I don't know, you know, if it's necessarily worth it. You feel me? But especially because you got a lot of, and we've talked about this, there's just a lot of contracts coming up, you know, a big, huge, giant, enormous contract. So, you know, you just got to factor that in. But even with that, like, I'm really, and I was telling you this backstage, this, like, with the wide receivers, I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned. And you know, if y'all,
I would say that was more into college. A lot of people
right, and
that's correct.
Exactly, and a lot of people have been giving Mike McCarthy heat. That's why I want y'all go check out my breakdown of Mike McCarthy's team. Y'all gonna see a lot of things in there. Y'all gonna be like, what? Like, this really happened? Yeah, it really happened. Like, go and watch. That's what I'm saying. Because a lot of people like, we're not using the players correctly. We're not doing it. It's like, okay, go and watch. I broke down the whole giant, and that took me a long time, like 5 to 6 hours. But I went through the whole, almost every single pass and play, showing concepts and all of that type of stuff. So I really spent a lot of time in that video. So I appreciate if you guys would run that up. But I just think there's a lot of narratives that are coming out, and when you're watching the TV view, you're getting tunnel vision. Like, everybody's like, we're not using Brandon Cooks correctly. Why is he on curl routes? And it's like, when you go back and look at the film, Brandon Cooks only ran 2 curl routes. And when he ran the 2, after he dropped the second curl route, Mike McCarthy switched him out immediately. So, you know, those are the type of things, though, that you don't see on TV. You're not going to see that on TV. You're not going to remember that. You know what I'm saying? There was a route that looked like a curl route, but it wasn't a curl route. It was really a deep out route. So there's things that, like, you really got to look at the all 22 to properly assess before you could just say, no one's getting open. Wide receivers can't win. Mike McCarthy, all he calls is slants and curls. Like, okay, like go. His offense is so outdated. Like, okay, go and look at the concepts. I think Mike really is adding on. Mike is adding on different layers to our offense. What we need to do is we do. So I'm saying this. I agree. We do need to utilize more motion. We do need to utilize more play action. And we do need to, but the way that we get better at the play action is through running the ball. But that's why if you look at my Rico and Zeke versus Zeke video, we got to start using those two correctly. Having Zeke get 5 carries a game is not going to cut it.
Not at all. I'm still even surprised to see that to this day, because we had such a great moment against Brown.
And everybody can see it. Even the Zeke haters are like, he clearly has burst, bruh. Like, why aren't we playing him? That's why Cowboys Nation, like, start. You remember last year we had to say spam Lamb. Shout out to Lamb.
Yeah.
And then we got to start saying run Zeke, feed Zeke.
Right. Even when we're talking about Brandon Cooks involved, what do we start the game?
Right. It's like you gotta get these guys. And the thing with Brandon Cooks is, if you look at the first 5 plays of the game, 2 of them were directly targeted to Brandon. 2 or 3 of them were directly targeted to Brandon Cooks. So it's like we're trying to get the ball to him. But then if you don't have pass protection, ding ding ding.
Right.
Your quarterback can't see, ding ding ding, and get the ball to the open man. You know, he's gotta improvise and instead check it down to Hunter or check it down to Jake Ferguson, you know. So those are things that's happening, and that's why I'm like, we gotta be able to figure out a way to relieve that pressure off of our tackles. Because our tackles they're struggling right now. They're not horrible, but they're very up and down. I brought up because last year, I think to week 5, look at our 5 feel for now. That might hurt to using as quote unquote, but calling right. Right. In effect. Now, but I mean, point. Bradley, line. We are, the league, just kind of weighing into Steelers. The Colts happened to the game last week. The Colts actually game started center. You know what I mean? Steelers actually center. Now, a couple of days after, see Amalu from and he's injury trying to work back, having to rookie him last week. Another rookie or like a second player. Your mic is kind of dropping in and out again. Do you think you can talk in it?
Yeah. I wanted to. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better. Okay. I was just saying on the line, they're dealing with the same issues. Around the league, O-line starting rookies. Like I would just
starting the rookies. Okay, that's what you were saying.
Starting at their start. They'll have a rookie at check my notes. Mason is a rookie actually playing the left offense. They had actually on the line. Spencer and their right actually a second. That's kind of why this week about protecting their interiors. We're not the only team. Cowboys Nation
on the O-line. Starter rookies. I think a lot of teams. Thank you for saying that, Mick. That a lot of teams are starting rookies, and the thing is, so the first maybe 2 games, we were mitigating the offense, which means we were kind of limiting, trying to do more chips and stuff like that. But if you look at this game versus the Giants, Mike was trying to open that shit all the way up. But the issue is, you can't open it all the way up.
Yeah.
If your pass protection cannot hold up. And so that's why I'm like, we have to figure out a way to help them. Now, somebody, and I'm still waiting on it, Lou pointed it out. Shout out to Lou's Takes. He pointed it out. Y'all go subscribe to him. If y'all haven't already, he's an up-and-coming content creator. Lou's Takes, L-O-U-T-A-K-E-S. Lou's Takes. And then, also, the OC from Boss Cowboys Sports said it. They think that Solari has changed Steele's kick step, and that's why Steele is struggling so much. Basically, I think the way Lou broke it down was that basically they're flat stepping. We need to get Lou on here as a special guest because we've both done content with him. But
that'll be dope.
He said that like they're flat stepping or something. And that's what was causing both of them to overset. And when they were oversetting, the pass rushers were beating them inside. And so that was,
and they were saying that during the game as well. That Mike was really getting got by the inside move.
Yeah, he kept getting beat inside. And so we gotta. And your mic sounds better, by the way. But we gotta figure out like what. If they are if they are changing, if they have changed the kick step, now Mike and them and Schottenheimer, they said they worked on it and they emphasized and they try to change some things to fix that. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna see because, you know, with your quarterback, they have what you call like an internal clock. So an internal clock is like, okay, how many seconds do I have, you know, to get this ball out? You know what I'm saying? That's why Michael Irvin talked about above the 2.3, because you have 2.3 seconds for the play. If no one's open in 2.3 seconds, then you go into the scramble drill. You go into the scramble drill so that you can just get in and out of the pocket and see if you can improvise and make something happen.
Yeah.
So, you have an internal clock, and when your tackles, they're when they're so like up and down, you know, when your tackles are,
it's just like the, I mean, you're all like guys can't get rhythm. I'm saying, or
exactly. And so that's what. But we also was able to slowly start building. And so that's what I think the New York Giants game was. It was a building block for a lot of our young players for the running game. And that was a crazy front. One of the reasons why the tackles got beat because that front is crazy.
Correct.
Like, that front is crazy, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, they have the Giants. Don't be fooled. The Giants have one of the best defensive fronts in the entire football league. So it was just our offensive line guys, they had been put through the damn test.
Right.
Week 1, they had the Browns defensive line. Week 2, they had the Saints defensive line, which we thought was Jags until we played them and they was tearing our asses up. Then
right. It was
like Anderson. It was everybody tearing us up. Then we got to play the Ravens defensive front. So, like, y'all got to think like our guys.
Pretty much number one rushing in the league, y'all.
Exactly. Ravens got number 1 rushing defense. Then we had to play the Giants. Another crazy
right. Talk about the big games. I mean, all these been facing. You know what I'm saying? Out. I think these are the Steelers games. See some other things as far as top 10 teams as far as rushing. These haven't been no defensive line.
Yeah, like I think like, and when you're facing like these top defenses with these top fronts that are able generally, you know, usually to stop the defensive line. That's why what Cooper Beebe and Tyler Smith and Zach Martin, what they were doing to Dexter Lawrence. Now, granted, yes, they was having to do it as a team because let's be honest, guys. Who really is consistently stopping Dexter Lawrence one-on-one?
Right.
I'll wait. He's the best nose tackle in the National Football League. Ain't nobody stopping Dexter Lawrence
right
over and over again. But
and here we have Cam Hayward. I don't know.
Right, we got a Hayward. We got a
10-year vet.
Exactly, Cam Hayward, who still is like, this guy doesn't age. Then you have Alex Highsmith, and then what? 2-time, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, T.J. Watt. It's gonna be these rookies are going through it. Yeah. We don't have no easy fronts, easy schedules, because even in our division, the fronts are crazy. Like, so y'all have to realize that like the rookies are going to struggle, but it's up to the coaches. But I really do think that last week we really found something in the run game, the duo block, the inside, the stretch play. So I'm glad you said that.
The same way that we attack the Giants.
Exactly. Like, we definitely exactly how we because we were able to really get movement. That's what we really need to be looking at and hanging our hat on when we look at the Giants game. We look back. We were able to push those guys off the ball. That's what we need. That's what we've been missing, Cowboys Nation, right? Because when we had Tyler Biadasz and the Connor Williams and the Connor McGoverns, like, those guys weren't getting pushed. They weren't. You know what I'm saying? They weren't getting pushed. And so now that we have the guys that can actually get pushed, and now they getting a little bit of confidence because they like, Wow, like I shoot, like we was getting pushed on Dexter Lawrence. Like that's the type of stuff you can build confidence because you know next week, okay, yeah, Cam Hayward is good, but he ain't Dexter Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. The Giants game was like a confidence. It was really a confidence booster. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it. I mean, everyone needs to get back. I mean, right? The Niners, Patriots again. You know,
right?
Some
Exactly.
teams need to bounce back.
Exactly. Everybody needs a bounce back game, and I think the Giants was a bounce back game. And you know, we didn't even talk about the run defense. We limited them to 26 yards, and don't let anybody fool you. That offensive line is way better. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Don't let it be like, oh, that line is trash. Like, nah, bro, they ain't trash, bro. Like, they ain't trash no more. They used to be. Keyword. Right.
Yeah. Look, learn Neil, right? Right to the back.
John Michael Smith. Like, John Michael Smith is no joke. I wanted John Michael Smith. I wanted to draft him. The fact that Mozzie was pushing him 5 yards back, one-on-one. John Michael Smith is not a he's not a you know what I'm saying? He's pretty good. He's an up and coming young center, and he's nasty too. So the fact that Mozzie was doing that to him, that's something you can hang your hat on. You know what I'm saying? Like you can hang your hat on.
Talk about Bills. Bills, but I know the Ravens willing us on. We didn't talk too much, but 200 yards?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. 199 from King Henry. You know what I'm saying? So, I know we got
exactly.
Bills.
Exactly.
But the Bills. For the 2-1 Bills they were, we're playing good football.
He tore up the Bills. The Bills got tore up. I'm not gonna lie. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Derrick Henry is resurging because Todd Monken, the Ravens offensive coordinator, he's running Derrick Henry like 30 times a game. Didn't nobody expect that?
Right.
At 30 years old, you giving a 30-year-old running back 30 carries, but it's showing to work. Like Derrick Henry.
Yeah. We didn't bring Henry in to carry the ball 30 times. Funny how it works.
Exactly. Todd Monken said, what? You know what I'm saying? So this is just what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, these teams are just we're facing a lot of tough teams. We have not faced an ass team yet. I don't think we have an ass team that on our schedule besides the Panthers.
Period.
And even them, even the Panthers, who did the Panthers beat the Bengals?
They came out big.
There's no easy games. Like, we have no easy games.
Right.
We're playing tough teams week in and week out. So, and this is what your young guys need. You know what I'm saying? When you have a team full of young guys, it's better. This is what you call baptism by fire. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta do. And there may be some moments. There may be some sad moments, you know what I'm saying? But then there's also gonna be some good moments. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it is with a young team. The young team has to, what we call it, growing pains. They gotta take growing pains. So
I definitely start. I definitely start, and you really hit on all. I mean, like these lines off lines, and they have to do. You know what I'm saying? Kind of the same thing with like I was talking about earlier. And I appreciate everybody dealing with this. Randy, what's up? See you in the building.
Yeah, Brandon, Rich Coleman, double R, Rich Coleman, my guy Rico. Love you, Rico.
Yeah. It's hard, but I'm trying to work through some of the but I'm trying to fix it off the show. Definitely going to circle the block and fix this one. My mic's still fine. Hop on here. I appreciate everybody for this. That was some great brain people talking. I actually know some mentioned earlier about the Colts. Their game, like I mentioned, a rookie center who had no snap into that game. I don't know if you guys watch the Steelers game, aware of that, but instead they trap this season. Tanner Bortolini, I believe his name.
Oh, Tanner Bortolini. Yeah, I Bortolini.
Right. Yeah. pick, and like I said, had these this, but you know that they have. I don't know. I believe he's off a left guard there, Nelson. So side by side with Nelson side, Will Fry is the name offensive line. I think
yeah, Will Fry. I know Will Fry's.
Yeah, and so any player out there, but we have a first round pick as a left well, and we have all pro and right front line.
Right.
Been able to work with them. I mean, like you just those combo blocks, some miracles against that Dexter.
Exactly, like those combo blocks, and so that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like we really found something this game, and the guys really gained confidence. You know, and that was against a good front. It's not like, oh, that front sucks. Like, no.
Right. And I know Jonathan Taylor, he had 4 yards carry behind Bordelini and
Jonathan Taylor. That's what I'm saying. This is a game versus the Steelers, right? And we've changed our running scheme, right? So if you change your running scheme, you need to match the personnel. Please, coaching staff. Stop exiting Zeke. I don't want to keep hearing, oh, it's just the way it... No, I'm not going to deal with that. I'm not going to keep putting up with, oh, it's just the way it went. I'm not going to keep putting up with that.
Right.
Because now you're starting to sound like Kellen Moore, Mike. Oh, it's just the way... Like, no, man, I don't want to hear that. Make the effort. Get Zeke on the field.
Right.
You are wasting run attempts. You're wasting run attempts when you keep wanting to run Rico consistently. And I'm not saying Rico can't run between the tackles. He can every now and again. But you have the back to match your running scheme. You need to run him. Stop all this, oh, well, we want to save him for December. We may not make it to December or playoffs if you keep effing around and we keep losing games. We need to be able to control the clock on the ground as well as in the air. And we need to be able to get some big plays from the ground. We can't keep having it. And there's a lot of times where it's like, that could have been a huge play. But you know what? You didn't have the right back in there. So now it's a negative. Now it's a negative yard or 1 yard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all wasting stuff. Stop wasting stuff. And figure it out. Like, if we can figure it out and we don't get paid to do this shit, y'all can figure it out. Y'all get paid millions. So, like, figure it out. Stop forcing Rico. There's no reason to force him. We're paying him $2 million. We're not paying him no big contract. And it's got to stop. Because you're ruining. And then we are literally the 32nd ranked running offense in the league. 32nd.
Yeah.
32nd.
It's
There's
sad.
32 teams in the NFL. 32nd.
With quote unquote running back committee, you got four running. You can add up.
They don't know how to get it.
That's another team.
It's like how and they've talked about Rico's. Like, I have it in my video. Rico talked about struggle with vision. Zeke talked about it. Mike McCarthy. Like, if y'all all know there's a problem, and then you see the film and you're like, ooh, Rico not too good at this, but ooh, look what he did on that pitch play. Ooh, maybe we should. It's like it don't take that.
Right, you have some sets on the screen. You don't see it no more.
Oh, look at Rico. He just scored a touchdown on display. Come on, bruh. Figure it out. That's my critique. The passing game is, even though, we ain't scoring as much as we want to, the passing game is top 5 right now. We top 5. So the passing game is not really that big of a deal. We can block a little bit better. We could have easily put up 47, 48 points on the Giants. Really. There was literally 3 touchdowns missed. But when you talk about the running game, it's no excuse, Mike, to be 32nd ranked. And you can keep saying, oh, we just haven't had enough attempts. And I know with Mike, it's like you're struggling to stay with something that you feel like it's not being effective, but it's like, Mike, switch out the personnel. It's not that hard. Just like you said, okay, Brandon Cooks, he cannot catch stop routes today. I'm gonna put Jalen Tolbert over there, and it was an instant success. Split the carry. Give Zeke 10 to 15 carries, bruh. Like, run him. Yes, Nietzsche, that's what they were saying. Save him we want to keep him fresh for the post, all this type of stuff. Like, what? We got Zeke here to run this year, not even December or January.
No, I was gonna say that they were using him less and less with Stevens' game, but the last game, he didn't come into the half, right?
He got 5. Yeah, he literally came in like the end of the half. He got 5 carries, but up until the end, Zeke was averaging like 8 yards a carry, according to Law. I gotta fact check that, but Law said Zeke was averaging 8 yards a carry. That's what I'm saying. Like, we need to get Zeke going. We brought him back to help us. Just like these other teams are using these quote-unquote old-ass running backs, and the old-ass running backs are helping them. Like, old-ass running backs come with technique, come with veteran savvy. They know how to press the hold. They know how to get in and out of breaks. They know how to do all of that stuff. So it's like, help us out. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta help us out.
Yeah, and that was kind of what we spoke about when they brought Zeke on about him bringing kind of better presence in the room. I mean, that's locker room stuff, man. But how are we utilizing the field? That's what's important. And like you mentioned, 5 carries. Like, I know it didn't even
it's a joke.
It's
5 carries is a joke. Like, ain't nobody like, I don't know what it is, but bruh, ain't nobody giving a back just 5 carries.
Right.
Like, who is doing that? Who is just giving and then with Deuce, everybody want Deuce off. Or like, okay, put Deuce on the practice squad. Okay, but Deuce is getting like 1 to 2 carries a game, guys. Deuce is not the one killing your running game. But if y'all just want to bench him because he, whatever, bench him. I don't. At this point, I'm tired of fighting about it. But Deuce ain't the reason your running game ain't working. They ain't running them. Like, they're not running Deuce. They're giving him 2 to 4 carries a game. He ain't the reason your running game is getting killed. The reason why your running game is getting killed is because you're not utilizing Rico and Zeke correctly. So if you can't use them correctly, then I'm expecting that Dalvin Cook is gonna get elevated and you gonna use him correctly all of a sudden.
Facts. And I don't like the term like waste spot, but it's one thing realizing full potential. Two spots.
It's like that's too. Like, you're not utilizing these guys to their you got to be able to utilize all of your personnel and get them all involved. And like I said, I feel like they figured it out with Deuce, because guess what? They, instead of running Deuce, up the middle, which I think Deuce can run, but I feel like in the NFL, he probably is going to be better outside of the tackle. He is going to be better on screen. They ran a screen for Deuce, and guess what? Deuce got like 5-6 yards. So it's like, you have it on film how to use these players. I know, because I broke down the film. So what's going on? What's going on, Mike?
Right.
Like, at some point, we gotta figure it out.
Yeah. And actually, subject we have to see here are all winning well and life. Appreciate everybody.
She said Michael Murphy is gonna save plays right to the couch.
I mean, we were seeing that, right? I mean, up to the darn playoffs. Okay. Open play. We gonna see more. We gonna see this. We gonna that. But it's
like, we gotta get it going. It's like, Mike, I broke it down. You have opened up the passing game. You was running concepts. I was like, I don't know, we ever really ran these concepts. So you're clearly trying to do it. But we need you to put the effort that you put into the passing game. I'm glad. I'll give you claps for that. But let's be honest, like, the running game has been a joke. Like, you're 32nd in the league.
Right.
You're 32nd in the league, bro. Like, you gotta figure it out. And we're not gonna just keep putting it with, it's just the way it happened, and there just hasn't been enough attempts, and blah blah blue. Like, bro, you're the one calling the plays. So,
right, and actually to your point, Jay as well, kind of a passing team where we've been way better as far as the pass. Kind of looking at the Steelers. I was actually watching the Chargers played them a couple weeks ago, and they kind of just made this outside coverage. Maybe we can try to tackle those
their rushing defense all top 5.
Yeah.
And then their
rushing offense
is
tied for 0.8.
It's better than
game. Right. And that's went out. That's I kind of down because they're tied for rushing game. This isn't necessarily. Oh, that's actually hard with the bar buttons. To show spice.
We got buttons now.
Even though being ranked, top 10 as far as their rushing offense, isn't even the best rushing attack. I mean, on that list is the Ravens. Are the Ravens the same thing? They're Ravens. So
right. So you saying we should we should be able to limit them, just like we limited the Giants last week. We should be able to limit their rushing. And the Steelers, it's like they run a ball, but they've never really had a great rushing attack. I know that
even actually like their rushing style. It is I mean, they rush the at least me. I'm even said I'm not a film expert. It's kind of hard for me to kind of get a handle of what this land. I know they run a lot, but not just to the left. With the core air, runs the outside, so our that game out. I'm looking back or playing for this, but just for me, it's hard to get nailed down. They do more because they like to talk with their guy.
Yeah. Cordero Patterson's always been that way. He used to be a wide receiver, I think, and he's like a wide receiver. He's a hybrid. He's a wide receiver, also running back.
Right. And return.
Yeah, and a return. Yeah, we know, guys. The sound is the. We just trying to figure it out. Last week it was my sound. This week it's her sound. Trust me, we did a lot of troubleshooting and stuff. We don't know what's technically going on, but we'll try to get it figured out for the next show. So, y'all just gotta bear with us. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the rushing defense, though, these guys they're top 5 in the rushing defense. But again, I feel like if we start to utilize our personnel correctly, we can dig ourselves out of that 32nd rank real fast. The question is, are the coaches going to put the effort into it? You do not have to become a strictly running team. We know we're not doing that, and we're never going to be that way. That is not Mike McCarthy. He is not. We're going to just line it up and run the ball. That is not his team. That's not how he operates. But you've got to be able to start having efficient runs and be able to run efficiently. You want your running game to kind of look like how the Kansas City Chiefs do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need efficient run game.
Right.
So that's the goal.
I'll make to your point about Carl's point about averaging 4 yards. Well, look at what they average. 7 yards. So I'm saying it's hard. We should be able to manage.
We should be able to manage 100%. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like both, and I'm glad that you showed this, sis, because according to the numbers, we should be able to have a good day stopping the run, and we should be able to have a decent to good day running the ball. It's all about, with running the ball, it's about the coaches. Are y'all putting in the effort? Mike, what happened to the minimum, the 30 attempts per game minimum that you was making Kellen do in 2022? What happened to that? Like, we need to get back to that. We need to get to the 30 passes, 30 runs. Like, let's get back to it. I like the creativity with CeeDee Lamb. We can keep doing that type of creative stuff. It's just a way to get the ball in your best player's hands. So I'm not against it. But obviously, we're not going to be lining CeeDee up and having him run between the tackles. So, like, we're not doing that. Like, CeeDee ain't Debo, bro. So it's like, we definitely got to we just need to start utilizing our personnel. And so that's what I feel like we need to be getting loud about, Cowboys Nation. You know what I'm saying? Like, get loud about things that are actually hurting us instead of, and I'm not taking a crap on anybody or anything like that, but it's just been a lot of panic. It's been a lot of complaints. It's been a lot of groans and moans. And it's like, regardless of how things look, guys, you still have a chance.
Yeah.
Everybody has a chance. This is the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And the Super Bowl is not won in September or October or November or December. It's won in or January. It's won in February.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have to remember those things. And, I just don't like, and it's like, I get it, you know what I'm saying? Being frustrated and stuff like that. But at the same time, like, we have a whole season ahead of us. Talking about stuff that may be next year, that's next year. And I'm not about to sit here at the beginning of the season talk about let's draft and let's fire McCarthy. Like, that shit's not happening. It's not happening.
Right.
Like, we're not firing. Jerry does not fire a coach in season unless it's like we won no game. We don't do that. So you saying fire Mike McCarthy and he sucks and he's not a leader or whatever the hell, like, that's futile. That's meaningless. It's meaningless right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I mean, I know it just like the walls coming down. Cowboys, things are expected, but I guess that's one is a bright. These are definitely want to see. But we got to get around the realize that we're not, going hardship. Going saying anything.
Right.
Yeah, and it.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say that's right. Like it's week to week. Team, so like and I'm not like any other player, either regular, but other players. Oh, it's time from this. Whether it's hard to whether it's hard to well, and do. So these players realize that, but them step in and work together, and when they're up into the game to elevate to the next level. I mean, maybe that's maybe Parsons had before he said that could be testing, like demons just go through it, but I feel like this is I think his words were he can test one out of 10, right. That's so good, and if they can to the potential of themselves, right? Like it's not about comparing against Micah Law, but you can
be the best version of yourself that you can. And and somebody asked, I think James Slater asked Mike McCarthy today. She's like, what's the temperament in the locker room like? Is there, is everybody like, basically, how are they handling it without their leaders? And I know it can be, it's depressing. And Mike McCarthy was like, it's actually the complete opposite. He's like, these guys are happy. Like, no, they're not happy that their leaders went down. No one's rejoicing. Oh, Mike is out. No one's saying that. No one's rejoicing that D-Law is out. Like, why would we be rejoicing? Those are two of our best players. No one's rejoicing. But these young guys know, well, now I get a chance. Because with them two here, I'm getting about 10 snaps a game if I'm lucky.
And that's all you hear from the players. But even camp, saying about them not being these guys actually get a chance to let it. You know what I'm saying? That's not fault or anything. That's when you can pull your quarterback out anytime you have. So being that even guys step where now he's unfortunately not here. How long guys can kind of take words. He told us about this. We kind of quote before we see him here. So we kind of have to do that. So now, but now where we at. Go through the
exactly, and it's gonna cause you. Remember in 2022 when we lost Zach for those 6 weeks, everybody was panicking. I was too. I said, well, it's over. Might as well start drafting. And then the team really rallied together, and I feel like this is another moment. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at the defense, I feel like, and I'm not the only one saying this, the other content creators have as well, is that look at the defense. I think they're finally starting to get it. They're starting to get. They're starting to
Right.
really
We
get it.
time that Zimmer. I'm sorry. We talk about the time that Zimmer is
Right.
going by.
Exactly. And so you can see is they're starting to gel, they're starting to get it, they're starting to communicate, and so that's what we want to see, guys. We knew that we was gonna have growing pains. You're in a new system with a new defensive coordinator, you got new personnel. So to act like our defense was just gonna come out here and be all world, like that was fool's gold. I know we saw, in preseason and we saw them versus the Browns, and we like, oh yeah, but we quickly learned. But now, what I love about Zimmer is he said we are going to fix it. I promise you, we are going to fix it. We are going to stop the run, and he didn't lie to us. He fixed it for real. So it's like, this is what I'm saying. We just got to continue. What we want to do is just, in this weather in the storm, we just want to continue to build off of. I just want the whole team, please build, because there was a lot of bright spots in that Giants game. Everybody was mad because we didn't blow them out or whatever, and that's fine. But there's a lot of bright spots in that game. What's up, Confident Cowboys? Glad to see you. But there's a lot of bright spots. There's a lot of positive that happened from that game. And I feel like those young guys, and Mike talked about it, and Zimmer talked about it. He was like, Zimmer, when they asked him about Mozzie, he was like, I hope Mozzie's walking around this week with his head held high and his chest out. Because you showed yourself. Because sometimes it's just proving to yourself you can do it. It's like, maybe you try to prove it to your coaches or prove it to the fans, but you need to prove it to yourself that you can get it done. And so when you have that, you now have in your toolbox, in your mind mentally, because it's a mental game, like, nah, bro. I know. I physically, I know I can do better than this.
Right. And you'll be able to watch the film, see yourself doing it. You know what I mean? And I appreciate Brian Smith. I know about that. I'm having fun next show. I really appreciate you guys. And this always happens. We have my show.
So it's like trying to kill us. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. We still got love. We still gotta move move forward. What's up, DJ 100 grand? And yeah, that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Like, these young guys, we drafted you for a reason. And it's time to play. You know what I'm saying? We can't go back and build up the veteran wall that we tore down. I know it's scary. I know, but I don't regret one bit. I don't regret letting go of Dan Quinn. I don't regret not signing back J-Ron Curse. I don't regret not signing back Tyler Biotis. Like, that's great. I'm glad for the Commanders. Woo, really.
Right.
But anyway, but whatever. I'm glad, Cliff Kingsbury got Jaden Daniels looking like Joe Montana.
Right.
I don't care.
He went old, got his get back.
Exactly. Like,
was it really that surprising?
Exactly. It's like, I don't give. It's like, listen. If y'all can't watch it because you don't want to hear the echo, then we understand.
I'm
tapping in. Just catch us next week.
I'm having to fix the show. I've never really this issue before.
Right, we never had an issue, so we'll just have to figure it out next week. But we about to wrap up anyways right now. So, but like, I don't regret it. I don't want to go back to Dan Quinn's scheme, because we know Dan Quinn's scheme, just like Kellen Moore's scheme, is fool's gold. You'll think, oh, we won all these games, and oh, we got all these turnovers, and oh, and this and that and all of this stuff, and then when the rubber meets the road, how do you look? Not good.
Right.
So I don't want that. I'd rather take my growing pains and get better and become a smarter defense that can stop the run than go back to Dan Quinn and all his turnovers. I will take what we're going through right now over winning, going 12-5, and we thinking we this team that we not.
Facts.
So that's just how I feel about it. I understand. Maybe some of y'all wanted to continue to live in that world where we just go 12-5 and keep getting first round or second round exited. But unfortunately, that's not what I want. And he said, why won't they let Izzy play? I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if it's because they just are locking Izzy into the slot role, and they're like, they just don't see him as an outside corner. And that could be what it is. Like, they don't consider him an outside corner. And so all the injuries was happening on the boundary. And so they're not going to take J. Lou off. And they don't feel comfortable moving J. Lou, I guess, to the boundary because his height. Which is kind of dumb to me, though, because I'm like, y'all let him cover tight ends. So.
Right. Like his experience.
Exactly. And that's J. Lou's that's really his true position. It's like, if you're going to let him cover Taysom Hill and Dallas Goedert and these giant 6'6" men, why the hell would you let him recover a 6'1" or 6'2" wide receiver? Like, I don't know. But that's an interesting question. I don't know, Rico. He could still be in the doghouse. He was in the doghouse last year. Maybe he back in the doghouse. I don't know. I hope that this week we can see them make an adjustment, because clearly Booth's not it. And Amani Oruwariye, like, he's cool and all. Yeah. But I know he spoke about getting the rest off, but I need one more game. I will say that. But yeah, I mean, I'd rather see Izzy. It's like, dude, you were on the practice squad. Like, let Izzy play, bro. Like, let him play.
And he's been here again.
He's a 4-year. This is his 4th year. He was drafted with Micah and Osas and Chauncey. So it's like, all of them get to play now. Finally, let him play.
Right.
Damn, what he got to do?
He shows flashing too. It's not like he's good.
Exactly. It shouldn't have to be an injury for J. Lou for him to get on the field. Like, come on, be for real. That's one thing that I hope they also change. Like, please let Izzy play, for the love of God. You know. But anyway,
actually, kind of taking the page, like a little bit. Things that have to do. One thing is between and Fryer. Like you were talking about earlier, and speaking of J. Tight end. I know they have his last name Jackson or Jackson. The big tight end they have. He is breaking tackle the Cowboys probably tackle a few weeks. He's a big down the stretch. He's definitely going to fry me. Watch out for him. And you're still down all in right now. I know they're struggling right zone. I think they're going. The Raiders game like second worst as far as converting in the, but we do. You get to the Raiders. Feels like so. Cowboys definitely contain to the left. He watches scrimmage and sees that opening, and so that's definitely one Cowboys have to look for. Another thing, don't take a pass. Even beat up. I don't want to see a close game. Start. Do not let the Steelers. Are. Actually, you guys might know the Colts game, but the Steelers actually fourth quarter coming in 2020 with 15. So I think for this game, like I still have the gas, and we saw in this sport. I'm saying they were down. I don't know if that's my opinion. Kind of that discipline, and with and it feels when we finally get him. And like him with the connection, and one final thing is I forgot the last say. I get Fields at 11 carries. And so they we are see
to run quite a bit.
Yeah. And we know that what the Cowboys is when they are getting quarterback. I think he's a or anything like that.
Right.
I just think he's putting things together.
He's still really sneaky athletic, and I agree with you. Because I do think Fields is better. He's all world in the know, but I think he's steady progressing, and I do think the change of scenery helped him. So so you said with Justin Fields, you want to limit him to, you said like 11.
Well, he averages carries per game, but definitely limit him when they get to the red zone.
Limit him in the red zone.
Yeah.
You said watch out for Pat Fryermuth and
and
I know who you're talking about. We wanted him. I can't remember his name, but he's from Georgia.
I think I want Deion. I think his last name is Johnson.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but y'all know. If y'all know who we're talking about, he's a tight end. He came from Georgia. He was drafted.
Darnell Washington.
Darnell Washington, that's his name. Yeah. So Darnell Washington.
Yeah.
And then I would say also look out for George Pickens because that he's a walking highlight reel. He's a guy that
Yeah. Yeah.
he can completely take over games. He can go from no catches to 100-yard. 100-yard touchdown or whatever. Like he's that explosive of a player. So
No,
that'll be
literally.
another one. So
No, literally.
I want to see how who Zimmer is gonna. I don't know if he's gonna. Well, he probably have Diggs following him. Maybe I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much of a threat they think he is, but we'll see how that happens. But and then also, when you look at this Steelers defense, this Steelers defense is, they got some dogs over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's really not gonna be sweet.
Yeah.
And this is a game where you're gonna have to be physical. It's another game, like you're gonna have to be physical. You know what I'm saying? But we can really get after these guys. I feel like if we go in this game with the mindset and the mentality that we will play a balanced game, like I can just see it now. Like it's just not hard. Like it's not hard to me to get the run game going. I feel like we figured out the answer last week. So just do what you did last week, but switch.
Yeah.
And run
and come up with some creativity. Come up with some creativity in the red zone.
In the red zone too. Like first of all, I don't even think look, why are we not running Zeke in the red zone, bro? That's one of the reasons we got him.
Right,
like you don't even have to be that damn creative, and it'll take away so many touchdowns we've missed and stuff like that because our tackles want to get beat in the red zone. So we gotta settle for a field goal
or
penalties. Like, bro, you can mitigate that, Mike, by run the ball. I'm glad last week you figured out. Let me do a screen here, and guess what? Touchdown. Like, figure it out.
Yeah, and tight end in his red zone. I saw the guy. Like last I mentioned earlier, like it was actually first red zone out season. So there's stuff we had to get some creativity. Maybe running in.
Yeah, I mean that we try to get it going. That's another thing we've added to our playbook now is the triple option. Y'all saw last week that triple option that they ran it about twice and Dak messed up on one because he kept it and he should have gave it to Zeke because Zeke probably would have had a touchdown. But it's okay, Dak. I forgive you. I love you. But I think there's ways that we're just trying to implement stuff. We just got to get some shit going. You know what I'm saying? Like we got the plays, you got the personnel, but it's like kids when you got to match the shape with the hole. Like you got to do that. Like you're not. It's like your coaching staff is like trying to force a square peg. Into a round hole. It is not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna work. You can't make Rico something that he's not. You can't make any player something that they're not. So it's like please help us out. Please, for the love of God. But anyway, I think that this should be a good game. I do think that even with the injuries, like we're better than the Steelers, and I think we should be able to win this game, even with the injuries.
I definitely
will
agree with you.
I'm not saying we will win, but I'm saying we should be able to win because the Steelers are only averaging like 17. They're not averaging that many. They can't really put up that many points. They've been winning close games because their defense has kept them in games, and they're scoring like 17 points, 18 points a game. So
facts.
The bars are really high.
Ranked second in the league in red zone. Their offense. They.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's to get to the red zone. They do. Like
you said they ranked second or 32nd.
They were second worst. It's like it's ranked 30.
Oh, okay.
That was going into the game.
Okay.
That they were ranked.
Okay. But they're still pretty. They're pretty probably still low. They're still low.
Yeah.
So we just gotta figure it out. I don't think like our offense is pretty much still intact. All we are missing now, knock on wood, but is Brandon Cooks, and I do think that this young wide receiving core, like I do have faith in this young wide receiving core, and it's because what they showed me. You know what I'm saying? As I said, if they still was looking like they looked in that first half of that Saints game, then we would maybe we probably would be in a little bit of panic. But I'm not in a panic because I feel like since then they've tightened it up all the way up. Like they've tightened it up. So I can't. And you may see Flournoy this week. Everybody been asking, let's see Flournoy. So y'all may get y'all switch this week to see what the kid can do. You know what I'm saying? They call him Young Des Bryant. So we'll see.
We go. Even I think the interview about saying that he can live up to the world belongs. I'm saying, like you said. I mean, it's just so. I saying one something else. I know October. Are showing that they can into the scheme and do. Gotta be a lot. But Florida be coming up and we know because I mean we saw this debut. I think the Raiders faced Jack.
Yeah, it was against the Raiders. So we know he definitely has something, but again, we can't put too much stock into that because I mean that was preseason. Now I know it was a starting corner, but again, the pressure is different because it's preseason. So we'll see, how he performs under the lights. I mean, if he performs great with the opportunities that he gets, and I'm sure they'll find ways to get him on the field.
And now I'm always back to the media, but shout out to the media, Clarence Hill, not the media, Clarence Hill, creativity, things that, and I know, come, I just like brought to the light, mention that at the end, as well, how is people must become and that I'm not sure what we're going to get against the season. He brings attention that they need a little bit more.
We add to the analytics. That's what Mike was saying. Like they are well aware that the numbers with the motion and the play action and the run, they know that's not good enough. But it's one thing to know, and it's another thing to actually change it up. So. That's what y'all gotta do. Like, okay, you know it now. So what are you gonna do now to fix it? So that's what I'll be looking for in this game versus the Steelers. It's gonna be we play Sunday night football.
Yeah.
All eyes will be on us because we are playing Sunday night football in Pittsburgh.
Right.
That's gonna be very interesting to do for sure. And y'all know that's a rivalry. Y'all know we stole a Super Bowl from them.
Right.
The Cowboys stole a Super Bowl from them and Mike McCarthy. So they have a very personal vendetta against us. So and we going to their house. So
and now about the graphics on this week. I don't know. Of course, I didn't fact check. It said this is the Steelers on a Sunday night.
I guess if they
I'm not sure. I saw don't. How long you've been around? I know we only 4 to 8 years like that. So not often that we like you said. My McCarthy, I mean, he mentioned always in this. So it's really just going with your opponent. They show so like I think do. It's will be kind of chill. Trying to get that even. It'll be interesting to talk about the guys like that. Well, see how you show up in someone else's house on Sunday night.
Right, exactly. Let's see. All eyes. And as we close out, really appreciate you guys rocking with us so much. Shout out to my guy David came in late. Yeah, sorry, and we deeply apologize about the sound. Guys, we're trying to figure it out. We're trying to fix it. I'm glad I was able to finally fix my sound. Y'all have no idea. I worked pretty much all of Saturday trying to fix my sound. So just know that we are putting in the effort to fix things and make things very nice and pleasant for y'all to see and hear.
And especially James. Anybody the weather? No, I didn't check, but it's supposed to be. I think the rain. next week. I think I tickets on March. So
Yeah, I'll have to check out to see what the weather is. But yeah, that could play a factor as well. But anyways, guys, really appreciate y'all so much. You guys are amazing. Really, like I said, thank you for bearing with us. Please be sure to like the video. I don't even think I said that, but if you like the video, please like the video, please share our content, and please subscribe to our YouTube channels. My YouTube channel is Stargazer Sports, just like it's spelled there on the screen where you can see my Cash App, but of course it's a space between Stargazer and Sports. But that's my sports channel, my YouTube channel, and then Mickey's is Cravin Cowboys.
Yeah. And when you give.
Oh yeah, shout out to my guy Kelvin. Yeah, I shouted him out when I went live the same day I announced it before our game.
Right.
Yeah, but shout out to Kelvin, and you guys just all great, subscribing and sharing my content, all that stuff. I really appreciate y'all so much for helping us out, and hopefully we will be back next week with a dub. I gotta jump right off of here, but like I said, hopefully we will see y'all next week, and y'all have a great night.
Yes, we really appreciate it. And Star, if you can speak 1 minute, we'll jump off here.
Okay.
Something right quick.
Okay.
Really appreciate everybody coming. Love y'all. We'll be back next week. Keep your notifications on.